All right, so I'm going to be taking apart this Granite Grom, really starting to. I'm in the process of ordering all the parts I'm going to need for a brushless conversion. I know I'm obviously going to need motor, ESC. Because this is a 2-in-1, I'm going to need a receiver and transmitter as well. I do believe that you can get a receiver that works with this transmitter. I'm not really interested in this transmitter, so I'm not going to worry about that. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and get the electronics out and go from there. And I'm not sure how to get them out, but I'm going to start by removing the screws that are holding on this top plate. Super cool, by the way. I love that the drivetrain is sealed inside here. I think that is so cool, and I wish other people did that. I feel like it's a good thing. It might be a bad thing, depending if there's ways for dirt to get in there. But as of now, it looks like a pretty sealed unit. Looks like you have to even cut through this sticker in order to remove the top. So, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these screws and see what happens. So I'm gonna take these screws out, and it's a small truck, so I immediately grabbed my 1.5 MIP driver. Would you look at that? It is too small. It is actually a 2mm hex driver. Seeing 2mm hex hardware on here is awesome. All right, so I got 5 screws removed from up front, 4 in the rear. I don't think. This screw's still in here, but it's loosened all the way, and I can't seem to get it to come out. Wow, that's really all that was holding it on. You have to cut that. That's really all that was holding it on. You have to cut that. Boom. Wow, that's funny. That center drive shaft looks like an Allen wrench. Maybe that's a cost-saving method. Wow, the diffs are exposed right there. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and remove the motor. And actually, maybe. Thought it was 2 screws on the bottom, but looks like I was wrong. Okay. So it's just held in there by its own weight. And then when you tighten down the cover is pressing on it. So we'll need someone to make a metal or aluminum cover. Yeah, we're gonna need a couple aluminum pieces to handle the brushless that we're wanting to put in here. Looks like there's no adjustment for mesh, which very interesting. I wonder if this is reversible. So you can do 2 different gearings. I don't know. I'm learning this together. Unless you already know about this, then I'm just dumb, but I'm learning about it. But yeah, we're gonna go and get this out. So then it is 2 screws holding our servo / ESC combo on. So before I loosen that, I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this steering arm. Another interesting thing I just accidentally found out. So this is the steering bell crank. Very simple setup. And it's funny, it's simply held in by this pin. So it's just a 2-inch long pin. If I can get it out here. Don't know where to set my pliers. It's just held in by this pin. It's not that simple, of course, or else that would never hold. They put a lot of use out of this top piece. Very, very cool engineering. You can see this circular area. That's what sits on top of that pin. So removing those 3 screws frees up our crazy, when you think about it, combo here. ESC, receiver, and servo. So we're gonna have to ditch this ESC, and someone needs to make a mount so you can retain the servo. Someone on the forums or Facebook group suggested cutting this off so you can retain holding this down, which makes sense, and I'm definitely going to do, but would love to see an aluminum version of that. And if you give me a second, I'll go ahead and remove the servo so we can get a better look at this thing. All right, so once you unscrew that, this little bar comes out and servo drops. So yeah, it looks like you'll be able to cut these off and then retain mounting your servo. Pretty nifty.